on. Look at you, looking all so wonderful. Thank you for coming on. Welcome, welcome. We see you. I like your hat, Marnie. That is cool. You're ready for the tropical weather. Awesome, awesome. Wonderful, Tamara, that background. Yeah, man, we got you. We got you. Wonderful. So glad to see everyone today. Well, we have a great show for you today. Our special guest today is Sheb Richmond from the Grand Palladium and Lady Hamilton Palladium Resorts in Jamaica. Uh, who has been to the Palladium? Just raise your hand. Just wave your hand. If you have ever been to the Palladium, raise your hand. Just shout out. Wonderful. Now, who has ever sold the Palladium? If you have ever sold the Palladium, raise your hand. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Well, you're going to hear a lot from the Palladium today. But before we go, again, my name is Dan Hamilton. I'm the district sales manager here at the Jamaica Tourist Board in Canada. And we have the rest of our BDM team online with us today. So I let them introduce themselves.
All right, so hi guys, my name is Emma and I am the BDM for Western Canada. So I cover Manitoba all the way to Vancouver Island. I love my territory, I love traveling. I can't tell you how much I miss the traveling right now. I haven't been to Winnipeg, Regina, Saskatoon, Kelowna, and I'm missing all the fun places. So hoping that we can get back out on the road soon. A little bit about me. I've been with the JTB for almost 7 years. Some days I forget that I'm actually not a Jamaican, but I am based here in Calgary. So any questions you ever have on Jamaica, I am here and you can reach out at any time. So I am going to pass it on over to Raquel.
Hi everyone, Raquel here, JTB in Toronto, BDM for Metro Toronto and Southwestern Ontario. I miss you guys, like Emma said, miss traveling. A lot of you, we're on Facebook and whatnot. I'm sure you guys have seen the memes of the aircraft and it says, can't wait to walk down the aisle again. I cannot, I'm sure we're all in the same boat. We cannot wait to walk down those aisles again, right? Love chatting with you guys. Thanks for taking time out of your schedules to join us. Keep joining us, spread the word. Love having you, love talking to you. And until I can hug you again, until I can give you a kiss again, and until we can share the warm Jamaican sun again, keep well, walk good. Over to Jaron in sunny Montego Bay. Don't like it, Jaron.
I know. Hello, everyone. So my name is Jaron Britton. I'm the Senior Business Development Officer. I'm based here in lovely Jamaica. So you could consider me your main link between Canada and Jamaica. So I hold things together on the ground. I'm part of the executionary team right here in Montego Bay. And essentially, I'm just here keeping and curing Jamaica until I see your lovely faces again. So sit back, relax, enjoy. As Dan is about to tell you, grab your favorite drink because we're about to have some fun for the next hour or so, all right? Stay tuned.
So, and I'm the last one. I'm gonna say they kept the best for last. So I'm responsible for all of Eastern Canada. So my territory goes from Ottawa all the way to Newfoundland. Et tout ce qui se fait en français, donc ça me revient, c'est le Québec est en grande partie de mon territoire. Dan, I leave that to you to translate.
Well, I have a drink first.
So like Emma, most of the time I forget that I'm not Jamaican, and often Dan will tell me that I'm more Jamaican than a Jamaican. So we love you all, and like Raquel was saying, can't wait to see you. I don't think we'll be able to kiss you quite so soon, but virtually, here it is. We're sending you a lot of warmth, a lot of Jamaican sunshine. Those of you that are in Montreal or thereabouts, we've got a beautiful sunshine. Not as warm as what you have, Jaron, but almost there. So we're going to start. I get to start with the housekeeping options. So for all of you, We're going to ask you to please stay muted so that we don't have any of the background noise. If we're going to be asking you questions, or if you have any questions, wave your hands. We will see you. We've got over 6 screens to look at, so give us a chance to flip through the screens. And then we'll just call on you, unmute yourself, you can ask your questions. For those of you who are too shy to show your faces because you desperately need a haircut like we do, I was telling the girls earlier that I cut my hair myself this weekend, and I am very grateful you cannot see the back of my head because I missed a few places. So otherwise, we've got the chat. I'm going to be checking on that on a regular basis. So I'll be saying that also. Patricia, toi aussi tu me manques, on se donnera un coup de fil. So at all time basis, you also have the option of being able to do a gallery view. So that's all of us, 25 of us on each screen, and then or do a speaker view so you just see whoever you wish. So we're going to start with that. Stephen, what the heck are you preparing for us today? Last week it was a Bob Marley, and I'm seeing all kind of fruit juice right beside your picture.
Andy has a mask on. What does the mask say? I love.
Oh, he loves Jamaica.
I love Jamaica. Hey, Stephen, love that.
I think we need to get some of our own branded masks for when this is all over. Have a little sunshine and a little Jamaica logo across your face. I think we could be, Stephen, we'll pay you some royalties for that one, all right?
Yeah, well, Stephen cut a sippy hole in his mask too.
Safety first.
Well, you know, that's the most popular mask in Jamaica now, because we have relaxed the emergency regulations in Jamaica a bit. So starting this past weekend, the spirits are open again. And when I say the spirits, I mean the churches are open, so you can now go get the Holy Spirit at the churches, but the bars are also open, so you can get the other spirits at the bars in Jamaica now. So one of the hottest items is the mask with the zipper, because of course the rule is, even though the bar is open, they can only have 3 or 4 people in the bar at a time, and everyone needs to still have their mask on. So entrepreneurs in Jamaica have come up with a zipper mask. So you just unzip, have your drink, and then you rezip, and you're complying with the rules. What can I tell you? Jamaicans will find a way. If there's a way, a Jamaican will find a way to make it happen. Let's get a shout out from all our regions now. Do we have folks joining us today from Western Canada? Anyone from Western Canada just wave?
Ooh, I can see hands waving. Susan, Elaine.
Yes, yes.
Excellent.
Pamela, Susan.
Thank you. All right. How about Ontario? Anyone from Ontario on today?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Excellent. How about Quebec? Anyone from province of Quebec on? Ah, we see you, Tammy. Wonderful. Joycelyn, Dorothy, we see you. Thank you so much. How about Atlantic Canada? Anyone from Atlantic Canada?
I activate mine.
Yeah, wonderful. Excellent. Thank you for coming on. You know what? A quick story about Atlantic Canada and Jamaica. Do you know the Bank of Nova Scotia? Scotiabank, BNS?
Mm-hmm.
That bank has been in Jamaica for almost 200 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the oldest banks in Jamaica. Do you know why? Because back in the old days, when Jamaica was a colony of Britain and Newfoundland a colony, we used to have the barter system. Jamaicans would produce rum and send to Newfoundland. And of course, you know, we're a poor island. We have no money. So what did we do? We bartered. We exchanged goods for goods. And so the Newfoundland cod farmers would send, fishermen would send cod to Jamaica. So it's an exchange. Cod to Jamaica, rum to Newfoundland. That went on for a while until the cod farmers in Newfoundland said, you know what? we love this Jamaica rum, but we need some money now. We need some money. The Jamaicans will
Some
be,
screech, people are showing us.
well, there you go. And then they said, well, we have no banks to send you money. And the people in Newfoundland, they said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to send you a bank so you can have some money to send to us. And guess which bank they sent down to Kingston, Jamaica in the 1800s?
Bank of Nova Scotia.
Bank of Nova Scotia. So there's been a Scotia Bank in Jamaica even before there was a branch in Toronto, Ontario.
Yeah.
That's how far we go back. And for those of you who have been to Jamaica, you notice that there's a Scotia Bank branch everywhere, every major town center.
It's
has
like
a
having a
Scotia
Tim
Bank.
Hortons.
Long history between Newfoundland and Jamaica. But there's more to that Newfoundland story. Screech, you all know Screech?
Mhm.
We'll talk about Screech another day, and Louise will bring the card and we'll do a kissing of the card on the Jamaica IRA Hour. But that's,
No problem.
there you go. That's for another time.
Although it was not the cod that I kissed when I was there.
Oh,
That's a story for another time.
oh.
We'll keep that story for another time.
We only have an hour, so I think we're going to need more time than that. But folks, one of the reasons we're here today is because we recognize how important you, our travel agent partners, are in the product distribution of Jamaica. You are our most important link. When we do our surveys at the airport, our visitors still tell us over 80% of them, they booked through a travel agent. You are the most important link to the consumer for us. And so we want to make sure at all times that we stay in touch, that we are engaged, and even though our times have changed, your business has changed, our business has changed, how we operate, it's all changed. And I really do hope that you guys are doing well, you're being resilient, you're following what's going on, you're keeping safe, and you're preparing for the day when we can again get back to doing what we all love, the business of travel. And so we're here every Tuesday at 2:30, the Jamaica IRA Hour, to make sure you get your taste of Jamaica, to make sure that you remain in touch and we remain in touch with you, give you all the updates, what's going on the ground. We have our manager on the ground. So as it happens on the ground, you will be among the first to know, because we got our own man on the ground there, Jaron, in sunny Montego Bay, to give us the scoop. So last week, for those of you who are here, we talked a little about the teas, you know, what we have for our morning teas in Jamaica. And we got a little bit of feedback during the week. Some folks say, Dan, tell us some more about these herbs. So I thought I'd just give you a little primer. Some of the important herbs, the moringa. You heard about the moringa? This is grown all over Jamaica, and it is said to be a wonder herb. It's good for everything, pain, sleeplessness, everything. It helps with your complexion as well, I understand. The moringa, very important. The other one is the guinea hen weed. Jaron, what's the guinea hen weed for?
Everything that your grandmother said it's good for.
There you go. It's all-purpose weed. You gotta have some guinea hen weed. All right. Now, you know it's summer. It's coming up to summer now, and the kids are out of school. Well, some of them have been out of school for a while. But in Jamaica, if you're a kid growing up in Jamaica, the summer is wonderful, like kids everywhere else, because it's mango season. It's time to eat fruit. Man, you can't have enough. But that last weekend of summer, before you go back to school, do you know what's going to happen to you? No?
You eat mango till your belly busts?
You are going to get a laxative.
Yeah.
Every Jamaican kid knows this story. That last weekend of summer, before you go back to school, you get ready, because you are going to have the Cersei tea.
Yes.
And
Otherwise,
the most bitter tea you could ever think of. But it tastes awful, but it works. Cleans you out. You have a fresh digestive system to go back to school. Know that.
In North America, we say a cleanse, but in Jamaica, your parents say, come, me give you a wash out.
A wash out.
Wash out.
Wash that stomach out, you know?
I feel so sorry for the 10 people who have just joined this conversation in the past.
But two other important herbs that I have to tell you about is this one called the busy. Okay, the cold
so bitter. Ugh.
your stomach. If you have upset stomach, then you reach for your busy. All right, it's very, very important. And finally, another one that's very, very popular is your fever grass. You may call it citronella or something. This
Lemongrass. Yeah.
is, you have a fever, nice. Plus, you can use it as an aroma for your room. You know, with heat. It's very, very nice. And of course, don't forget the good old ginger. Good old ginger, man. Ginger tea. Yeah? Especially when you have that bloated feeling, you just put some ginger tea, man. Ginger tea.
Dan, I think I have to come shopping at the place.
I'm telling you.
Because,
one thing though, after you've had this ginger tea, you have to belch.
oh yes.
What do you say, Jaron?
Yes. And then you say, manas.
I agree.
Manas.
Belch out the gas of the stomach.
That's what my grandmother used to do.
Well, there you go. So
My grandma was the best belcher. She could
yeah.
any man under. Yeah.
And for those of you who think I'm making this up, I recommend this book, Jamaica Herbs by Diane Robertson. You'll see it's on Amazon. You can see all the nice herbs and spices of Jamaica and what they're good for. So check out the Herbs of Jamaica. All right. Now, one of the things we like to remind you about is our Jamaica Travel Specialist Program. We have a fantastic program which rewards you for selling Jamaica. Once you sell Jamaica, you log your bookings, you earn points, and those points can be redeemed in our store and used for incentives for gifts for yourself or your clients. There are also rewards. Each month we reward the member who records the highest number of bookings, the second highest and third number. And some of you online here today have been winners. We send out a bi-weekly newsletter. We have webinars. There's one coming up tomorrow as well. So be sure to check your email for that. And go on to the oneloverewards.com and learn about the Jamaica Travel Specialist Program. This is where we reward those of you who really are dedicated to selling a lot of Jamaica. And we want to make sure it works for you as well. Lots of great rewards. And we're in the process of upgrading and updating the point system, the reward system. So in the next little while, you will hear lots more about it. Also, for those of you who are in French Canada, we do have a French version available on our website as well. And that's the other thing about the Jamaica Tourist Board, folks. Don't forget, we're one of the few tourist boards with representation from coast to coast. You're in Western Canada, we have Emma over there. You're in the Eastern Quebec, we have Louise over there. We have Raquel and myself here in Ontario. We take representation seriously. We want to make sure we're accessible to you. Reach out to us if you have a promotion that you're doing in your local area and you think, you know, maybe I could get a partner. The Jamaica Tourist Board is always looking forward to working with you where we can. And our representatives are available to you on our website. Visit jamaica.com/Canada. You will see the Contact Us tab there as well. So be sure to reach out to us if ever we can be of assistance to you. All right. Enough talking from me. There's our lovely team there as well. Enough talking from me. I think we have some of our team members on the line as well. Who do we have joining us today? Did you see anybody from the Jamaica
I think I saw Judy. I think Judy popped up in there. Is she here?
Hi, guys.
Oh, there's Angela, our regional director. Hey there, Angela. Wonderful. Who else do we have? Oh, we have Odette Dar in Montego Bay as well, our regional director in Montego Bay. Awesome. Who else do we have joining us today? Jackie. Many of you would have spoken with Jackie in our office when we're doing FAMs and so on and activations. So Jackie's on the line somewhere here as well. Welcome, Jackie.
I see Carlene Moore's name. Hi, Carlene.
Over there.
Oh, Carlene in Mobay.
Oh,
All right.
Hey.
Andy Chase over there.
Wagwan, wagwan.
Welcome, Everton Ironman. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Thank
Carlene, we need to see you.
Oh,
You've gone dark.
Carlene is
Carlene is your girl. So for all of you that are JTS members and you come down to the island and you say, hey, I'd love to go do a day of site inspections, Carlene is the one who takes care of you for that day. She makes sure your day runs smoothly. She sets up the appointments and she just keeps it running. So she's hiding behind her screen. I can see her video off, but she is there. So yeah, big thanks to her.
And she
wonderful.
has, I
Now,
don't know if she's
I
having,
remind you to raise your hand if you have a question you'd like to ask from any member of the team. Just raise your hand on your screen and we will see you and we will call on you. If you are not sharing your video and you have a question, just write in the chat. Write your question in the chat and our people will see your question and we will respond in a little bit. Bernadette, what's the name of your doll there? That doll makes a presence every week. What's the name of your doll?
I think it's a chicken. It's your chicken, right, Bernie?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a chicken, the Jamaica chicken.
It's her traveling chicken.
Your traveling chicken.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something, Bernadette, you and your traveling chicken. You know, we're spending lots of time at home these days, and I don't know what you guys are doing, but one thing I am doing is checking Amazon to see what's the new product on Amazon.
Amazon got too much of my money.
Yeah, me
Way
too,
too
me
much.
too. But we have a great boss, and she gave me a little Amazon gift card the other day, and I made good use of it.
That done. That done.
So, Bernadette, if you and I are traveling in a vehicle, we're going from the airport to Montego Bay, we're going over to Mystic Mountain. If you have that chicken, I am taking out my temperature checker. I bought my temperature checker on Amazon, and I'm going to check you to make sure that you're okay. So just so you know, I have a temperature checker now.
Well, I have to say, Dan, that Pauline wrote in the comments, it goes, it seems that you have a little health food store right beside you.
Yes, and speaking
Ed
of...
is operating a small walking clinic out of his condo these days.
Look, I also have my little garden, eh? May 2-4 weekend is coming up. May 2-4, my herbs, I've got my mint, my scallion, my thyme. Let me tell you something. Are you ready for planting season? Are you ready for planting season? I am so ready for planting season. This May 2-4 weekend, I hope the weather holds up because I am going to be doing the Farmer Joe thing. Enough about me. Let's hear from you. Any questions? Anything? Anyone like? Oh, I see
Sonia?
Sonia.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Good. How are you feeling, Sonia?
Oh, perfect. Thank you for asking. Getting better every day. I wanted to inquire about the Club Mombay and the meet and greet. Is that going to be stalled as well, or will it still be going on?
Jerron, would you know? For the meet and greet?
All right, so specifically for Club Mombay, as with the other entities on island, they're still putting their protocols together and we'll have those ready in a timely fashion. Pretty much, you will still be able to access, like I said last week, all the things you used to access in Jamaica, but naturally, the how is going to be a little bit different. So you could expect that there are going to be some changes with how things are done at the airport. And of course, the airport protocols would also govern much of the activity that you would see happening out of Club Mombay and certainly out of our own JTB desk at the airport, which is in the immigration. So you could look forward to those changes, but just rest assured that those changes will be positive and with the destination assurance banner somewhere in the background to guide all of that. So still will be good to go.
Well, will the guidance, will the, all the new regulations and things, it will come through the JTB, or will it individually? And then what the
Yes,
protocol?
you're right, Sonia. As we
Right.
speak, many of our suppliers, hotels, attractions, transport operators for services like the Club Mobay, they are putting out their individual protocols that will govern the business going forward. So each entity is responsible for putting out their own stuff. However, the government of Jamaica, the Tourist Board and our sister agency, the Tourism Product Development Company, and other stakeholders, we are now putting together our list of protocols, Destination Jamaica protocols. We're going to be saying to the marketplace, these are the protocols in place in Jamaica. This is what you and your clients can expect from our providers in Jamaica. And so a long process of compiling, stress testing these measures have been going on, and those measures will be released shortly. And then it will lay clearly what's expected at airports, what's expected from transport operators, what's expected from attraction providers, what's expected from hotels. And so you will have that assurance, and your clients will have that assurance that Destination Jamaica takes the new normal very seriously. And we have put measures in place that will provide for you and your clients a safe hospitality experience in Jamaica. The physical distancing, how we handle food services, drinks, how we interact with each other, the space that we must allow for physical distancing, the checks that airports and hotels and so on need to make sure are in place for their workers and for their visitors. All of that will be put together, and we will put that out to the marketplace as soon as that happens. And that will be in place before our borders open again, officially to commercial traffic. So when that gets done, we would have a framework to operate with COVID-19 in a safe and enjoyable manner for everyone.
Well, hurry up, because I want to come.
I know. Thank you very much. Well, absolutely, we're working on it. Trust me. Before the cock crows 3 or 4 times, you know, you will hear something from us.
Okay.
Any other questions so far?
So, sorry, go ahead, Sonia.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Dan, we have a question from Sheila, who's how is Jamaica doing in regards to number of people that are sick and recovered with coronavirus?
Thank you, Sheila. Thanks for asking. You know what? We've been doing fairly well. We have about 500 plus cases in total, and we have over 100 people who have recovered. The good thing that we're very happy about, we haven't had a lot of hospitalizations. We haven't had a lot of hospitalizations. So while we have over 500 people who have tested positive, the government has put very strong measures in place. There are curfews. Sometimes whole communities have been put on the curfew to make sure that the folks that we have identified in those communities who have tested positive aren't going around spreading it to other people. So we have contained it relatively well. I mean, no country is doing 100% of what they would like to do. You know, resources are scarce. This corona changes every day. We learn something new. So everyone is coping with the new normal and the management of it. But I can tell you, our authorities on the ground are very, very on it. They're very strict. I just told you, churches and bars were closed for several weeks. They're just opening this weekend, and we have a phased opening for the rest of the economy. So similarly to Canada and your respective province, government is taking its time and managing it on a day-by-day basis to make sure the best outcomes are available to all. As we speak, Royal Caribbean is in the port of Falmouth with over 1,000 Jamaican workers who work on the Royal Caribbean ships across the world. They've put them on one ship and they're returning to Jamaica. Every single person off that ship will be tested today and tomorrow. And those who test positive will be put in state quarantine. Those who do not test positive will be sent home to quarantine for 14 days, and they will be geofenced. So their cell phones will be tracked with an app to make sure that they stay home and do the self-quarantine. Those who test positive will put in state quarantine, as I mentioned. So very strict measures are in place to make sure that we get a handle on this coronavirus for our own people, to keep our people safe. And if our people are safe and the destination is safe, then it will be safe and welcoming for you. So we're doing a great job so far. There's lots of work still to be done, but you can rest assured that our authorities have taken this seriously and acted responsibly, and very strong measures are in place to make sure it's contained and managed.
And Odette in our Montego Bay office mentions that there's been no new cases in the past 24 hours. So we're on a good trend.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's take 2 more questions before we go to our special guest. Anybody else? You're welcome, Sheila. We try. Excellent. Thank you.
Scrolling to see if there's any questions.
No,
Nope, we're good.
we're good.
All right. Vanessa, I like your background there. Very tropical. Excellent, excellent. We hope to be at the real deal sometime soon. Sometime soon. Oh, Loretta, I see you. I see you, Loretta. You're on the beach. You're having a good time, aren't you? Linda, is that Jamaica? Linda, are you pulling a fast one on us? Is that Jamaica?
Who's that? Loretta?
No, Linda, there we go. I think that's Negril there, Linda. I think that's Negril. Lovely, 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 lovely. Where are you, Terry? Where are you? Are you up north? Are you in Nunavut?
I gotta give a shout out to Vanessa. Vanessa, thanks for rebooking your wedding group. I think they're going to Hilton now, I believe, right? You're muted.
We're actually moving them to the Rio because they're getting married at Trident. So to put them into Montego Bay is not, it wouldn't be the best.
Well,
So.
thank you. Thanks for getting them rebooked. Awesome, awesome job.
Did I hear you say your clients are getting married at Trident?
Yes.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you, folks.
That's
when
really
we're done
cool.
on this call today, look up the Trident Hotel and Villas over there in Port Antonio. A most beautiful property. And listen carefully. If you have a bride and groom who says to you, look, we want a wedding that's out of this world. We're looking for a venue that's out of this world, something totally different. You know, not just your regular beach and your chapel. So we have a castle in Jamaica. Over there at Trident, there's a castle, like a real full castle. So think about that. Do some research when we're done here and check out the Trident Castle. All right. Well, without further ado, I want to tell you that we have great partnerships with our suppliers in Jamaica, and we're very happy when we're able to bring them to you to tell you what's going on at their properties. And today, we have the lovely Chef Richmond from the Palladium. For those of you who remember the Palladium and know where it is, for those who don't, halfway between Montego Bay and Negril is the Palladium on an extensive piece of coastline. Lovely property. There is a Grand Palladium and then the Lady Hamilton. And someone did ask me one, do I have anything to do with the Lady Hamilton? All I will say to you is, if you need to ask, then, you know, you don't quite know. But I am something of a personality down there at the Palladium, Lady Hamilton. You know, we go.
I think you do, Dan. I think you do. You have something to do with it.
I think I do. I think I do. I'm going to check out the archives and see, you know. Next time you come there, you may just see me sitting in a big chair. But I'm not the person to tell you about the Palladium. It's the lovely Chef Richmond who is going to tell you about the Palladium and all that's going on down there. So without further ado, Chef, talk to us. What's going on at the Palladium?
Sure. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me today, Jamaica Tourism Board. I'm so happy to give you guys an update. Hello. I see some hands waving. So I'm going to show you the pictures of our beautiful property just to remind you that we're there, we're waiting to welcome everybody. We're in a beautiful Lucy, as Dan mentioned, about in between Montego Bay and Negril, just 35 minutes from Montego Bay Airport. So this is one of the biggest pools in Jamaica, as you know. Our beautiful pool, we're so proud of it. So on one side you have your Jamaica side, and the other side you have your Lady Hamilton side. It doesn't really matter what section you're in, you have access to everything basically. And I'm going to show you a little video too. And before we go into the video, here's my contact information, and I have a partner in Canada, Julia Ventura. I will show you her email as well, so you're free to contact us anytime if you need to make any changes. We can assist you with that. We've had to change weddings, of course, hundreds of weddings. If you need assistance, let us know. Our weddings managers are there right now, and they'll be able to make all the changes with no extra cost to the weddings. So we're gonna be doing all of that, I know, and we're all ready. We're opening July 1st. We're getting ready. We have professionals at the hotels right now. They're doing everything they can, taking new measures from cleaning to disinfection to protection. I have a whole brochure on exactly what we're doing. Things are going to change, of course, restaurants, food and beverage, safety. You know, we're going to allow people to make reservations at the restaurants, and we're going to have all the distancing. So all of that is being worked out in terms of technology, innovation, all of that. Maybe we're going to allow guests to check in and check out online themselves, so they're not close to anybody. Our staff are being trained right now, and we will be implementing these and other measures to ensure that all our guests enjoy a pleasant vacation and they'll be safe. So we can't wait. I can't wait. July 1st, I'll be on that plane, I know. And yeah, we can't wait to welcome everybody back. Thanks, everyone. Let us know if you have any questions. You have my email, you have my partner's email in Montreal, so let us know if you need anything. And our beautiful property, as I look at the pictures, I want to be there. And next time I go, Dan, I'm going to buy that herbs book. I don't have that. All these years I've been going, I don't have the book. That I'm getting. Sure. That one, yes.
Diane Robertson.
So, Seb, one question that's being asked, is both sections going to open, the Lady Hamilton and the Jamaica?
Okay, so depending on how many guests are coming right when we first open, if we are not going to be full, we're going to be at 10%, 20% load, then we will only open one side, and that will be our Lady Hamilton side, of course. First, as time gets closer, we will look at the reservations and the loads. So open the Lady Hamilton section first.
So for those of you who might not have heard a piece of that, I think a part of that might have cut out during the transmission. They'll open ideally everything if they have enough visitors, but if they don't have enough guests, then the Lady Hamilton side will be the first side to be opened.
So, Seb, we also have Debbie that's asking, are you doing away with the buffet restaurants?
We're still going to have our buffet restaurants. It will be a little bit different. They're still working out all the details, but it looks like we'll have more portion controls. People are gonna take their food, and then we are going to have the tables far from each other, and we're gonna be serving more, even in the buffets, our show cooking restaurants. You know, our staff will be wearing gloves, of course, and you know, our favorite designer masks. So it's gonna be a little bit different, but we are still planning on having our buffets, yes.
Okay, and then Eileen was asking from one of the pictures, are those solar panels that you have on the roof of the hotel?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are the solar panels, yeah.
Robert just asked, he says he would like to bring a tennis group down to Palladium. How many tennis courts does the resort have?
We don't have a huge tennis court in Jamaica. We have 2 right now, so it's not huge, but we have done tennis groups if they wish, yes.
Yeah.
I think Sonia's got her hand up as well.
Okay.
Thanks, Emma. Sabine, when I was last time at Lady Hamilton, it was at one point all adults. And then now I saw a lot of playgrounds, and I know when I spoke to someone, they said that certain seasons it is open to family. Is that still, or is it just all family for the Palladiums?
So Lady Hamilton's side has some rooms that are for adults only, but it's not an adult section.
Okay.
So in the Lady Hamilton side, we do allow families as well. Just some of the rooms, but that are by the, we call them the honeymoon villas by the water. Those ones are for couples only, but it's not an adults only section, no.
Okay, thank you.
So I have one more. So I have beautiful property, especially the spa. Visited it with Raquel and a fam.
Yes.
Is the wine getting better?
The wine? I will tell you when I go back in July or August.
And I'll share with you guys, I've just found from experience, the more wine you actually drink, the better it tastes.
Yeah, that's
just get 2 or 3 glasses in, and it'll be the best vintage by the time you finish that bottle off.
And don't forget, we have Miss Lou Lounge on the 2nd floor there. If you've been there, this is where you get specialty drinks. You can have coffee with some special liquors in it and just watch the beautiful sunset.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
That spot is so beautiful. I've stayed at the property many times, and I love right around that 4 o'clock mark.
Yes.
Just to get out of the sun and go up there and have a coffee. There's never anybody usually up there around that time of day, and then they have all those nice little pastries and cookies and treats, and it's a perfect spot for late afternoon.
I personally love it after dinner, where you have the band that's playing, and then you can have, you know, a drink after dinner, enjoy some talk time. And I know that's one of our favorite spots when we have a fam. So I have Wendy that has a particular problem. She says she had a client booked at the Lady Hamilton in April and now have a FTC. How come to book them next April at the same time, it's $1,000 more?
Well, okay, so if you're booking a package with air and transfers, everything, so there's a lot of factors. Even if our rates stay the same, the tour operator may have different factors that are involved that may change the price. The exchange rate is one. The flights, the taxes, that could all change everything. I mean, you have to check on that with the tour operator. They can't probably give you a breakdown, but yeah, there's a lot of different factors that are involved when you're doing a package. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And we don't know how the taxes are gonna be, the exchange rates, even if the hotel prices stay the same.
Okay, so Sheila mentions who rum cream on ice. I'm with you. I even have my rum cream right here. Try that on ice cream. It's even better.
Yeah, I have to say, Sheila,
amazing.
Yeah, go to the little dessert bar first, get ice cream, then go to the bar. Well, no, you put rum cream on the bottom, ice cream in the middle, then rum cream on top.
Woo! Gotta try that.
Have you seen my hips and my thighs?
Well, I hope everyone has their drink today, because one of the things that we also like to make sure on the Jamaica Irie Hour, that every now and then we take a happy hour drink. So make sure you have your Irie drink there. Oh, I see you. Oh, wonderful.
This is water.
Ah, Dr. Lisa, I see you. Excellent. Wow. All right. Got you, Sunny. Any other questions for the Palladium? It's a great property. Lovely. Lots of great activities there as well. They're putting something for the kids And so be sure to remember the Palladium, Grand Palladium, and the Lady Hamilton. Thank you,
Any
Shep.
other questions while Seb is still with us?
Yes.
Yes, I'm back. Sorry, I think I had some connection issues. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So we're just looking through our various pages. I don't have anything on chat.
All right, no problem. Well, if you have any questions, remember about the Palladium or anything else, just raise your hand and we'll come to you.
For sure.
So, thank you, Seb. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so very much. We love the Palladium, and we look forward to the days when our clients, when our agents and their clients can come back to the Palladium. Sonia, I did see your hand go up. Oh, we're just waiting. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, like we like to do at this time in our broadcast. You know what? I have to tell you, you guys, you have made me into a star. The other day, I was talking with someone new, and they said, "So, what do you do? What do you do, Dan?" I said, "Oh, I'm in media." And I said, "Oh." What do you do there? I'm like, well, I host a little show every Tuesday evening called I don't know if you've heard of it.
His head's not going to fit on the screen anymore.
The next time they're handing out those Juno Awards, you just look for my name, Dan Hamilton, for excellence in broadcasting. Thank you. And I'm going to get my award. I'm going to go to the stage and I'm going to say, "Oh, I'm so surprised. Oh, I'm really surprised. Oh, I don't know what to say, but let me read the speech I wrote for this occasion. I want to thank everyone at the Jamaica Irie Hour where I got my start."
Well, Sonia's got a question for you now on that.
I know you guys would appreciate this, but I was unable to attend last week. And Dan, you said who had an anniversary? And my husband, it's been 43 years. You think he would remember?
Oh, no. Robert did not remember?
Oh, he did. He just got all panicky. He didn't know how to do
I
the
remember. I remember. Don't throw me under the bus. Come on.
Well, on behalf of all of us, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, and Robert, I love your cubes in the back.
Nice, nice. Well, we're now going to go over to sunny Montego Bay for our sunshine report, and our man in Bay, Jaron, is going to tell us what's going on the ground there, Jaron. What's the temperature in sunny Montego Bay?
Well, you know, I have to start by reminding you all that it's 88 degrees in the shade right here in Montego Bay today.
Man.
88 degrees.
Man.
And I'm loving it. But until then, I will continue to enjoy the sunshine until you lovely people are able to visit Jamaica again. Now, I wanted to twist things around a little bit today. But before I get to that, let me tell you, love is not canceled in Jamaica. And yesterday, the Jamaica Tourist Board actually facilitated, in good partnership, a virtual wedding, which was actually hosted right here in Ocho Rios at the Laughing Waters. We're going to share the link for that so persons can actually go on. You can watch it on YouTube, and it was actually a really, really special occasion. Persons had the opportunity to exchange their vows virtually, albeit, but certainly we created that backdrop, that setting for a lovely, lovely occasion where persons could really feel as though they were right here in Jamaica, exchanging those vows on the sand at Laughing Waters, which is an iconic location in Ocho Rios. Really lovely spot. Oftentimes mistaken for Dunn's River Falls because of the familiarity of the similarity of the locations, but really awesome. So we'll share the link for that so persons can actually go on and have a view. I think that actually covered quite a bit of what I was going to tell you about the protocols, because I want persons, and certainly as our dear travel partners, we want you to be in the know and have the information as we have it available for you. So the specific properties, the independent entities are really, really rubbing heads together right now to ensure that their protocols are ready and are very closely aligned to ensure that we offer a unique and certainly across the board, we offer that destination assurance for you and your clients as you visit Montego Bay. Dan, you always have this lovely medicine chest of Jamaican herbs, which we are always very entertained by. But you always seem to always forget one special ingredient each week. So this week, I'm going to back you up with the good old Jamaican sugarcane. Now, if you're wondering, the source to that good Jamaican rum that Stephen's been using, this is it, Jamaican sugarcane. Now, from the sugarcane, you can get, of course, sugar. You can get also a byproduct, molasses, wet sugar, and of course, ultimately, you can get your Jamaican rums. Now, what do we do with the trash? The trash is actually used to make something that we call here bagasse board. Ever heard of that? Now, bagasse board is like a compressed, it's like really compressed. So we use the trash to make board, like particle board, which is actually used to make desks, furniture. So we don't waste anything from the sugarcane right here. Another reason for you to visit Jamaica, because this is also something you won't find where you are. You see that?
Red.
Red stripe beer. Now, what you will find over there in Canada is the short, stout bottle, the original version of the Red Stripe. But if you want to enjoy the Red Stripe sorrel beer, you have to come back to Jamaica. So this, if nothing else, is one good reason. Now, for those of you who do not know, sorrel is actually a flower from the hibiscus family. And we usually steep it around Christmas time. It goes very well with our Christmas cake. We add, of course, some pimento and, of course, again, some little white rum. But now we drink it all year round. And naturally, because it has alcohol in it, that's a good reason. Now, you know, two great reasons to come back to Montego Bay, but until you are able to, you know, visit again, I'll just stay here and continue to keep and care Jamaica for you. But I can guarantee you the grass is greener, the beaches are sandier, and the waterfalls are as lush as you would ever imagine them because they just haven't seen you in a while. So until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and keep loving Jamaica. Thank you all.
Well, Sharon Bernadette is saying that if you need an assistant, she's more than willing, and if she can't fly, she will swim to Jamaica.
Oh boy.
And she also said,
all right, I'll meet you halfway. I'll meet you halfway.
Bernadette also says, and the men are sexier.
We'll take it. Yeah. Thank you so much. We'll take it. Why not?
Marsha,
glad you're having fun.
Yeah, Marsha Roberts also says, we now have Red Stripe melon available in stores.
Awesome.
Ooh. I know there's lemon, there's sorrel. There's melon now?
There's melon. So there's melon, lemon, and sorrel.
And Wendy says she gets the stubby at the LCBO. So you can get the Red Stripe stubby at the LCBO for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure.
And I did share the YouTube link for the virtual weddings. I did share that link in the chats. Chat. So if anybody wants to check out that virtual wedding or just see how sunny it was yesterday in Jamaica, the link there, it's about 20 minutes. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you have a message from our Minister of Tourism.
Guys, we keep saying yesterday, but it was actually Sunday. Because remember, today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
The holiday Mondays don't count. Today is a Monday.
Today's Monday, right?
It's hard enough these days right now with the calendar. Like, I don't know if anybody else has just thrown their calendar completely away, but yeah, Sunday.
It's just flowing to each other now, especially with this long weekend, you know. Is anyone getting ready for the May 2-4 weekend? I was speaking to an American yesterday, and I mentioned the May 2-4 weekend, and they were like, what? What's that? What's that? Is that just a Canada thing?
It's a Canada thing, Dan, because a lot of college students, you know, they look forward to because it's actually May 2-1 weekend, right? But they say May 2-4 because that's when they go by a case of 24 beers. So that's why it's called May 2-4 weekend.
Ah, I see. You're never too old to learn. Even in my old age, I learn new things. I see our colleague Carlene Shakes from Miami is on as well. Welcome, Carlene. Welcome. Thanks for coming on. So this is the planting weekend. The Home Depot is supposed to be open. The garden center, they're supposed to be open. So I wish you great planting this weekend. I hope whatever you plant, they grow and they're bountiful and you can eat some of your fruits and vegetables and herbs and spices before the season is out. So Raquel, who do we have coming on as our guest next week?
We have Blue Diamond / Royalton Resorts coming on next week. So they will have some excellent information for us. So again, make sure you guys come back next week, Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Spread the word to your friends, to your colleagues. The more the merrier. And I think that's the last week in May, right? Yep. And then the week after that, I think we have H10. So we have a lot of guests lined up for you guys, bringing you current, up-to-date information, because as we know, this whole situation is fluid. Things are slowly starting to reopen. So you will get firsthand knowledge of what is happening and what will be happening. So come back every Tuesday.
Thank you, Raquel. And if you have a particular supplier that you say, you know what, I want to hear from this supplier. I want to hear from this operator, this attraction, this hotel, this transport operator. I want to hear what they have to say and how they're planning to operate in the way forward. Drop us a note in the chat, send us an email offline. Just let us know. And whoever you want to hear from, we have our man in Montego Bay, Jaron, there to just go find them and let them know. Our Canadian agents want to hear from you. You've got to come to the Jamaica Irie Hour. So next week, every Tuesday, we're here at 2:30 in the afternoon with the Jamaica Irie Hour. And we'll have the lovely Carrie-Ann Qualo from the Blue Diamond Hotels coming on next week as well. Who is having a birthday this week? Any birthday being celebrated this week? Any anniversaries?
So while we're checking the pages, Jerron, somebody's asking me, how long does it take to drive around the island?
Who's driving?
We will assume it's a Jamaican, and we'll just add an hour to that.
All right. Well, what I will share with you is that it's actually pretty easy to navigate around the perimeter of the island. That you won't get lost for sure. What I will also share is that there are so many experiences around the island that it's difficult to just drive around without stopping. You probably could do it in a day, but that would be difficult because you'd be driving by a lot of really interesting things. Now, does a drive around the perimeter actually make sense? I would say yes. It could take you a couple hours. I would say if I'm estimating maybe 7. That's just a rough estimate. The road conditions are going to be just about great for the majority of that trip. I'd say 90% of that trip. So you would be able to do that. In Kingston, once you get there, you would probably want to take a short detour over to Port Royal to experience what that is like, because it's certainly deeply steeped in our history and heritage. Certainly if you're in Kingston, it's actually the best place to access the Blue Mountains as well. So you might want to take another detour to check out what that's like. And that's very different from the city limits, of course. So if you're just driving nonstop, I'd estimate maybe 6 to 7 hours, but clearly you definitely want to make some stops to enjoy what the destination has to offer. Each resort area is different, as I'm sure you know, and certainly some great experiences along the way, because you wouldn't want to miss the sunrise in certain places and you wouldn't want to miss the sunset in certain places. So that's one good way to look at it. So think about that for a minute. And certainly if you're thinking about curating some type of trip, you want to create some experience that involves a trip around Jamaica, then the entire team that you see here stands ready to assist you with that and support you in any any way possible. So yeah, I wouldn't encourage just driving around the island nonstop, but certainly just for your information, I'd say rough estimate maybe 7 hours.
And the other thing to remember too, for those of you who have been selling or visiting Jamaica for a long time, the roads have improved. Over the last number of years, our government has put lots of investment in the infrastructure of the country, not just for the visitors, but also for the people primarily, which the visitors enjoy because it's there. And if you've been selling Jamaica for the last 20 years or more, you know some of those roads were crazy. Let me tell you, that road to Negril used to be quite a road. But lots of great improvement has gone in.
I actually miss it.
Well, there you go.
Probably the only one, but.
Well, we saved a little bit for you, Louise. We saved a little bit of it for you.
Yeah, so the road network has improved tremendously. So getting around the island, access is much more improved for sure.
So just before we leave you, we want to give a shout out also to Karina, who celebrated or is celebrating her 27th years of anniversary. We had Anne-Marie, I'm not going to say how old, but let's just say it's a double digit. So we've got a few birthdays, and then we had Susan that was last week, but unfortunately could not join us. So happy birthday.
And before we leave, actually, Marlene Peters here says, this is really good to have these virtual sessions. Let's bring Sandals Resorts on as well. Marlene, Sandals is scheduled. They're actually scheduled to come on June 16th. So, I mean, come back every week, but for sure, Sandals is penciled in here for June 16th. We have, we have a lot of guests coming up, So always check back.
So, and we also,
so we'll be here at 2:30 in the afternoon every Tuesday with the Jamaica Irie Hour. But I don't understand. What kind of Irie Hour is this without prizes? What's going on?
We're just waiting. There's so much discussion going back and forth.
Oh.
Well, you know what? I think, but right off the bat, I think for that Trident wedding, we are going to reward Vanessa Martinez. So, big up Vanessa. You're gonna get your $50 Amazon card, right? Marnie, right off the bat, when we opened up the gates, you flooded in, you were vibing to the music, you had your hat on, girl. It looked awesome. So we are going to reward you with a $50 Amazon card. And now, okay, I have a question. So I know we're friends with a lot of you guys on Facebook. Some of you not. So we do have a Canadian Facebook group. So the first one to type in what our Facebook group is correctly will win a $50 Amazon gift card. So type it in the chat if you know it.
It's a mouthful.
What is the name of our Facebook group, the Canadian Facebook group? Jamaica Tourist Board Canada.
Travel agent.
Marnie Butler.
So congratulations.
Oh, Marnie, you're already getting a prize. Okay, next one. Oh, and I gave it away. Did anybody hear that? Come on, guys, we want to give away some money.
So Anne-Marie has it.
Anne-Marie, Jamaica Tourist Board Canada Travel Agent Space. Yep, Anne-Marie Ottenheimer. I hope I pronounced that right. Okay, we're gonna hook you up, Anne-Marie. You write this down.
Wonderful, excellent. Thank you, Raquel. Thank you, everyone. This has been lovely. Remember, we're here at 2:30 p.m. every Tuesday, the Jamaica Irie Hour. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. We cover from coast to coast. Jaron in Montego Bay, Emma in Western Canada, Raquel in Ontario, Louise, Atlantic Canada, and Quebec. We're here to serve you, to make sure that you have all the Jamaica information you need. You have everything that's updated, what's going on, and we're here to interact with you, engage with you, answer your questions. So you are the sharpest tool in the pan when we open. We're ready to hit the ground. So thank you for all your support of Destination Jamaica. We wish you a lovely week, a safe week, and a productive week with your May 2-4 planting. And we will see you again next week for the Jamaica IRA Hour. We love you. Thank you for all your support of this Jamaica. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you again next week.
See you next week.
Bye.